Good afternoon, everybody. It's May 12, 2024, 6:38 p.m. on Mother's Day. And I'm going to share a testimony story with you. I do have permission to use the individual's name. I didn't ask him if I should use his last name. So we're going to call him Jim or James. You all may know him as the mechanic who posts on YouTube. His comments are frequently disappear. They're not being held by YouTube. They just don't post. So somebody's in his computer or phone, editing or withholding information, which is very frustrating because it is preventing him from communicating. It's preventing him from sharing information. And this is what the criminals do. You know, they like to interfere with everything that you do. So Jim contacted me many months ago, and I apologize in advance for the choppiness of this testimony because I've received so many emails from him over the many months, and not everything is in one email. So I received quite a few today, so I'm just going to report on what I received today and what I know from the past. One of the reasons why Jim contacted me months ago is because he too was targeted in New Jersey. Yes, in New Jersey. He had a huge business in Lakewood, New Jersey, and I believe he even built it himself. He had this huge garage or storage building, and they just destroyed it. I mean, the one thing I know about Lakewood, I can't say it on YouTube, okay? I can't say it on YouTube, but I'm going to tell you a quick story in advance. When my trees were being sabotaged and damaged in New Jersey, I had been in contact with many tree experts. Some of them had PhDs, okay? And plus the fact that I maintain my trees on a regular basis that other people did not do. So I would trim the top of them, get rid of anything that was damaged, and my trees were absolutely gorgeous. My landscaping was gorgeous. Even landscapers, people would drive by and stop at my house because the landscaping was stellar. And no, I didn't have anybody do it. I did it all myself because when I moved into that house that I lived in for 30 years as the original owner in Manalapan, New Jersey, I didn't even have grass. It was a brand new house, brand new development, Northfield Estates. And as the original owner, we had no grass. We actually had straw. They had given us some grass seed and placed straw everywhere. And I actually had hot air balloons landing in my backyard because none of the backyards were fenced in at that time. So anyway, as I wanted to say that the tree expert, when he looked at everything, he immediately told me that I should move. And I said, well, I'm trying to. He says, no, you really need to move. So he said, let me tell you a story. He said there was an Asian couple that moved to Lakewood, New Jersey. They were very hardworking. They opened up a business, and they became targeted there. They were perfectly healthy, upstanding citizens, quiet. All they wanted to do was live to a quiet place and have a business. Oh no, the local people there, they didn't want these people there of a different ethnic background. They didn't want them there. So rather than attempt to evict them, they tortured them literally to being unalived. So they would deliberately set up people to sabotage their business, sabotage them at home. Suddenly, the husband developed cancer and died. And then suddenly, the woman, these were healthy, young couple, also had cancer and died. So this is where Jim was living and had his business, and he became targeted there. Now, please forgive me, Jim. I'm just assuming, I'm making the assumption that you became targeted in New Jersey first, and then it followed you. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We can always do a part 2. So you had a thriving business there, and you know, people over there, they don't like competition, especially if you're not of their kind. I won't say anything more about that. because I'm not a prejudiced person. I have no prejudices against anybody. I grew up in a dual religious household and a multi-ethnic background, including my dating history, which is nobody's business, but I'm just saying for the record, I'm not a prejudiced person. I don't have any biases, or I'm not a bigoted person. Okay, so I hold everybody on a merit. You're either a good person or not a good person. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion you are. It doesn't matter. But when you're targeting innocent people like Jim, all he wants to do is earn a living. He has this thriving business, and you want to oust him and then target him. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with what was done to me and all of the other people that post testimonies on this channel. So anyway, he starts off by telling me today, he says, Lorraine, I was a repo man back in 1968. I witnessed a lot when I was working the night shift in Newark, New Jersey. He said, I repossessed tractor trailers, people being unalived, and my friend was in the National Guard, and he witnessed a black man getting pushed down an elevator shaft, just like Kent State, May 4, 1970, 4 dead in Ohio. Remember that song? What was that? Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young? Who sang that song? I don't remember. Please forgive me for screwing that one up. But there was a song, 4 dead in Ohio. He says, Lorraine, you have my permission with my name to post his testimony. He said, I'm being unalived. I'm being harassed. I'm being tortured here by the Rockingham County Sheriff's Department and the Broadway police. Now, he's not living in New Jersey anymore. He says, with directed energy weapons from my neighbor's house. They track me down wherever I go, even to New Jersey. In New Jersey, it was the Brick Police and the New Jersey State Troopers. He says, I know most of the cops by name. I was the shop foreman at JMU, which is James Madison University in Harrisburg, Virginia. The university was run by the Three Masons. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm calling them Three Masons. They're not free. These people have sold their soul. They're Three Masons. They do everything in threes. You know, bad luck comes in threes. They're the Three Masons. So he says, I was a gun shooting victim. I walked off my job with a handgun to his head. And they fired 2 shots right next to his head. I lost my job and was blacklisted, blackballed. Yeah. Is this incredible? What people do when they don't like you. So what he did was he says, when they cook my eyes, they actually burned the plastic lens. He says, I brought the glasses back to the store where I purchased them. And the lady at the store asked me, are you working near an oven? So let me show you what his eyeglasses, these were new glasses. And this is how you could see the directed energy weapons and stuff. But I'm going to show you something here, a symbol. And what he's saying is true. Because I have the same symbol embedded all over my house and property. Let me show you. These are his glasses, folks. Can you see the symbol? That one. It's like the Nike Just Do It, the letter V for Vendetta. Look at that. His glasses are pitted. Pitted. If that isn't evidence, I don't know what is. Okay, so let me move on here because they were harassing his mother too. He says, I believe that this is what they installed inside of me. This is an RFID chip. It's the grain of a piece of rice. This is actually the kind of chip that they use for chipping your animals, your pets. It's the size of a grain of rice. Many microchip scanners will pick it up if it has a number on it. He said, his mother-in-law's leg. She said to me, Jim, my foot feels cold and I can't feel my toes. This is what they did to his mother-in-law's leg. Let me show you. Does that look normal? Okay. So let's see what else we've got here for you men and women, boys and girls. Anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Please remember to hit the thumbs up and like, comment, and share. Feel free, any kind of testimony that I post, feel free to share it and get the message out there. So let me see if there's something else here that I can read to you. His mother-in-law's leg. He says the company that installed his alarm system, his wife went to their office and told them what happened about the break-in. She told them the police wouldn't respond to their break-in. They told her, if your break-ins were cop-related, we can't do anything for you. And she recorded that conversation. So that means that any dirty cop can come into your home. We pay them a lot of money to install that system and monitor our home. And that fourth alarm system, ADT, was even worse than that company. So I'm sorry to hear that, Jim, but yes, this is true. The cops will go behind your back. You know those fake FISA warrants. They'll just flash some fakey-dakey-do, some fake something, and people are so stupid that they don't even think twice about it. You know, they could flash a plastic badge, and some idiot will say, oh, faint all over them. Just like, the people that were wandering across the street when I lived at 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan, New Jersey, and I saw two thugs in cheap suits going door to door to my neighbors, but they weren't coming to my house. No, they didn't come to my house. They were just giving me dirty looks. So let me see if there's anything else here that I have that I can read. I know that he has given me so much over the last year, but it's, sometimes, when we're discussing it, I wasn't performing testimonies yet. I wasn't recording testimonies. He would just, send me some information as validation so that I would believe him that he's a real targeted person. So over here, he says his doctor who was treating his back injury eventually developed Parkinson's disease, and he was also his personal friend. Now, a lot of times this Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's and stuff, this is a result of directed energy weapons. This is a direct result of the nanotechnology in the body. I mean, of course, if you eat a lot of red meat, that can certainly happen. And I want to show you, they burned his foot and damaged his toenail. So let me show you this photo. Let's see if I can increase it in size. Here you go. Here you go. He's a directed energy weapon to the foot, and look at his toenail. Look at those two colors on the toenail. That looks like somebody drew those lines on your toenail. That's not naturally occurring. That's deliberate. Look at that. Wow, that looks like it really hurts, too. Okay, let's see if I can find some more photos. So I hope everybody's doing well on this Mother's Day, which is, Mother's Day is almost over. I was going to cut the grass and got a little sidetracked here. Let's see. If I've got... Okay, no, he sent me a couple of text messages which were exactly what was in his emails to me today. So I'm going to end here, Jim. If you have something else that you would like for me to read, if you can just place it in one email, and I'm happy to read it. So anyway, this is a sharing the testimony story of Jim. His name is James. He goes by The Mechanic on YouTube, you know, when he's posting and stuff. Again, I didn't want to say your last name, but if you want me to, I can certainly type it in the subject heading or in the body of the description. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. I look forward to your questions and comments down below. And please let me know if any of the photos that I presented during this testimony has happened to you or anybody that you know. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. And thank you all for subscribing. And I will talk to you soon.